Hey friends, this is the CaDA SHELBY GT350H, and it is set number C55034W with 285 pieces, roughly 1/24th scale, and it is officially licensed by Shelby, which is terrific. And right off the bat, this is a little bit different of a model than the other one that CaDA makes, which is this one. So CaDA also makes a remote control version, and it is a slightly larger 120 scale, and it has an RC unit inside, but that'll be a separate unboxing, separate review, but wanted to let you know that both of those exist. And there's a bunch in the series too. So I think there's like 4 or 5 other cars in this series, and then 4 or 5 other cars in this remote control version series, and they're different. So this particular model, I think you can think of this one a little bit more like a Speed Champions car. It's eight studs wide, and it focuses on authenticity, and it has printed parts, no stickers at all. It actually has more parts in the piece count than the remote control version, even though that it's smaller. So it's smaller but more detailed, and it has printed parts. So I think you'll enjoy this car if you're looking for something to add to your Speed Champions display of authentic cars. So we'll look at the box, we'll look at the parts, we'll look at the instructions, and we'll see what we see. So the box, yep, it is the iconic partnership between Ford, Shelby, and Hertz rental car in order to help the sales of the GT350. They said, you know what, why don't we rent some of them out? Well, let's make a bunch. They made about 1,000 of them. Many of them were in this exact black and gold stripe design. There were some that were not, and almost all of them were automatics. And so this this let's see, oh, we've got a photo of it. It's a beautiful car. So I have a friend who's a fan of Mustangs, and I know that this is probably his dream car. And when he has 1 to 200,000 US to spend, I'm sure he'll get one. So you can see that it's got the wheels. It has silver wheels with white hubcaps that you press in. That's how it is in this particular model. And then printed pieces for tail light. This rear piece that says Shelby on it. And then one of these type of windows where it's all built out. Unfortunately, I don't think there's any sort of decoration on it. So this is not really an accurate look at the back. The back is not all glass like that, but it's okay. I think the front will still look really good. The parts are going to be compatible with Lego. They're pretty standard, so they're going to be colors and designs that you're used to. Here's a look at those wheels, right? So it's silver, and then one of these kind of hubcaps are in white. I'm sure they're not that way on the real car. The real car is probably completely either a mag wheel or something like that. Looking at the tires, you know, here's kind of the size of those tires. And then this bag is a lot of gold pieces. So what they've done is actually accomplished these stripes on the car using these gold pieces, and they printed some of them so that the piece in the middle there could have that separation as you're creating stripes. And then there's an example here of the printing on that brake light. And also in this bag is that Shelby logo. Oh, this one, I think this might be an indicator light right there. And then this, I think, goes on the dash, the instrument panel. I don't see the Shelby logo in there. Oh, hey, look at that. There's your license plate. It actually says Shelby. There we go. Yeah, so pretty neat. It has a windshield piece that's printed, so the frame around the front windscreen is printed. And then here are the instructions. It's kind of a thin booklet, and They just jump right in. You start building it. Pretty straightforward. I think the thing that you'll have to watch for is some pieces are printed and some don't. So for example, although these two look the same, one of them has printing on the side. I think in this case it says GT350H. So you just need to watch for that as you're assembling it. And if you've ever built a modern Lego car out of bricks, then this should feel very familiar. Here's the look at how that rear window is assembled. The real one doesn't have that shaping for the window, so but I think it would have been expensive because they would have had to put printing, different printing on every one of those 4 clear pieces in order to create the right effect. And here's a look at how those pieces make up the striping on the hood. And yeah, there you go. And then you, last step is got those tires on. And this image threw me off. I wasn't sure what it was saying here. It's essentially saying you can roll it forward and back. So, but when I first saw it, I thought, does it have an action feature? Does it have a kinetic drive of some kind? And then I was looking at the part inventory, and this one stood out. And it almost looked like an axle hole and some sort of specialized piece. That's not the case. I looked for a part like that. There is no part like that. I think this is part of the rear of the car, or maybe the front of the car, where this indicator or marker light is. And for some reason in the part inventory, they listed an entire sub-build instead of just the part itself. So I don't know why they did that. The other thing too is there's 2 of these pieces and they have different part numbers. So they might be, these license plates might be different from front to back, which is unusual. I wasn't expecting that. But yeah, I appreciate that they included a lot of printed pieces. I think that'll make it special as a car. And here's some of the examples of other cars in the series. They have at least, I think, 2 more. One of them is, I want to say, a like Le Mans style Mazda race car. It's super cool. All right, cool. So that's a look. I hope that was helpful. If you liked the video, please hit like, and if you could subscribe, that helps me out a lot. Thanks so much.